Hello, it's me. I'm going to dive into something that I have not dove into as of yet. And that's the person in my life. I've talked about my surprise wedding and, how we work together and things like that. But I kind of want to talk about where I was and how far I've come and all the work that I had to do to finally meet someone, meet the person that I met. So, I was raised in a Catholic home, got married when I was 19 after a sexual assault, married someone who was not a nice person, um, was terrified for 8.5 years, and divorced. Divorce took place after 10, had 2 children together, and went on to marry someone else who was just, it was another unhealthy situation. So I finally got to the VA and started going to therapy and trying to figure out why I was picking the people that I was choosing and agreeing to be in relationships with, and did a lot of work, a lot of in-depth work, and had to deal with my sexual assault and so on and so forth. And then, I met someone. It was a surface situation, 2006 to 2012, and then upwards to 2020. It's not like I hadn't dated and I hadn't met other people, but I was single, and then, coronavirus hit, and I thought, well, I'm never going to meet anyone during Corona, but I was on Tinder, and on Tinder, some people were just there to chat and pass the time, and nobody was really meeting, but, I thought, well, whatever. So I came across this profile, and the profile was just a great profile, and I thought, well, what the heck? And so we messaged one another, and he said, do you want to talk on the phone? And I said, sure. And we talked, and I got a good vibe, and I said, well, let's just meet. Okay. So we met, and he has this great smile. He was just genuine, just a genuine person. So we sat and had ice cream, and we talked, and we got into a deeper conversation. We got deeper than the surface conversations. What do you like to eat? Where do you go on vacation? What did you do for work? But we realized we had a very similar background, and actually our family members knew one another. So it was even more unique, I guess, because we were raised in the similar area, and my sister went to school with and was friends with his sister and had hung out at their house, and it was deeper. I didn't realize how, I had no idea, where anything was going to go, but I just knew I felt at home with this person, and I felt safe and comfortable, and our conversation just flowed very naturally and very authentically, genuinely. And he was an honest person. He wasn't afraid to talk about, things he had done or what he had been through or whatever, but it was just a nice, genuine, honest conversation shared by two people who could have been old friends. I don't know. It was like I had come home, and I was seeing an acquaintance, someone I had known for a long, long time, and he, I don't know, he was a human being. He didn't put on airs. He didn't have to impress me. He wasn't a womanizer. He wasn't a player. He wasn't out to get, to bounce around from person to person. He was settled in his own life, and he was comfortable in his own skin. And he's not jealous, and we tease one another. And every time his phone makes a noise, because he leaves his phone on, I keep mine on silent. He'll say, oh, Tinder. And I'm like, okay. So we're not jealous, and he's not self-seeking. He's a lot of the things that are described, love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't boast, he's all the things that are described in the love poem. And I don't know, we just compliment one another. We enjoy being together. We cook together. We make the bed together. I like the bed to be real straight, so he mocks me for making the bed. I don't know, I'm just happy to see him. And the one thing I'll tell you, that he'll, if he was here, he would admit this. I had slept alone for so long that I wasn't used to anyone else being in my space when I slept. And so when someone did, when I had to adjust to sleeping next to someone, but I need a king size bed because I want to be on my side. I want you to be on your side. And please don't breathe on me. And don't touch me because I'll just wake up because I just wasn't used to it. So when we first started, sleeping together, he would want to reach out and touch me, and I would say, please don't touch me. I'm not used to this. And I might have seemed like the ice queen. It's like, oh, I will wake up and I won't be able to go to sleep because it just, I wasn't used to it. And now I don't even notice it. He'll cuddle up behind me, and I'm just used to it, and I enjoy it. So it's so strange. It's just an awesome feeling. So that's the person I married and chose to be with, is someone I felt at home with, and someone I welcomed into my life, and he welcomed me into his. And he has like the nicest family. His mom is like, she's the nicest person, and she's so awesome. She's just great to be around. She's just kind and giving and caring and loving and positive, and she's just a good soul. I got the best mother-in-law in the world. It's so different. When you're with a guy who respects his mother and whose mother has raised a good guy and doesn't interfere and doesn't interject and really just relishes in his happiness and just is a great support system for her son. I won the lottery when it comes to this relationship. So that's all I wanted to say, is that it took me a long time to find value in myself, where I finally met someone else who saw the value in me. He says that he married up. We both married up. I am so very fortunate to be with the person I'm with, and I tell him that every day. So I don't know, I'm in love. And he's a kind person, so that's all there is to it. And I just hope everyone could experience this, but it takes a lot of time when you are raised in a family I was raised in, and the trauma I had been through, and the work that I have to do on a continual basis. That's all there is to it. So I'm signing off because I don't want to cry, but I love this person and I'm just happy. So that's it. I'll talk with you soon. Bye-bye.